Welcome back to the Mindcrack server. It is raining again on the Mindcrack server. The Mindcrack server brought to you by our sponsors, Rain, Water, Falling Moisture, and Falling Water. It's fantastic. I love this place. Okay, we're doing some more stuff today, obviously. I mean, why would you be watching a video? What would I be doing in the video if we weren't going to do stuff? Unless I maybe just stand here for 30 minutes. No, okay. I knew you were starting to think, wait, is he really going to do that? Is he really going to just stand there for 30 minutes? How long is he going to do that? Last time we had some fun with Anders. Well, we didn't add a geyser. Geyser happened because of his lack of discretion with tampering with Mother Nature. Mother Nature struck back. And the tectonic plates, whatever. I don't know. I don't know all the technical stuff. That's Zed Camera's department. Anyway, geyser house up in the sky. He fixed some of it, but he's still tampering with that lake, so who knows, something else may happen to him. And he'll probably deserve it if he does, if it does. Nebris has made his house much bigger. It's kind of like a two-door thing. I don't mean it has two doors, I mean Tudor. T-U-D-O-R. Oh! You hear that fire sound? Oh, I think there are fireplaces in there. You can see there's no house over here. We had a new neighbor, Avidya Zen, and it's all gone, and I actually walked over there like, oh, okay, so Avidya decided to redesign his house. Nope, that's not what happened. Avidya Zen's house got struck by lightning, and it burnt down. How the lightning wasn't, or the fire wasn't immediately extinguished by the rain, I have no idea. There's the hermit. I'm gonna phase right through his body like I'm the Flash, and I'm vibrating. Okay, Seth Bling's tower is getting taller. I think it needs some horizontal, like, elements to separate the floors and maybe along the windows or something. But that's coming along nicely. The tiny tower over there is going well. Let's see. Okay, enough of this F5 stuff. Let's flip-flop around to here. What is he saying? Huh? What? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. The Death Games has showed back up, and apparently it's been transported in its original condition, but got a little bit moldy because now it's green, covered in moss. And then what else? Oh, over here, Generic B has set up a slime farm. I don't know if you can see it from here. See that tree right there? That is all slime blocks. He's got a ton of slime, and he actually gave me some. And we're going to need it because I'm going to do some building. We're going to start my spawn house. This is where the courthouse is going to be, I guess. The town hall is going to be just over there. So we're going to start my house, which is going to be over here in this little plot. And we're going to do things a little bit differently. We are not going to build a house. We are going to carve a house. I was trying to think, how could I do something that's a little bit different? Each time I make a building, unless it's a direct reference to a previous building, like the smaller map room there is a miniaturized version of my Season 4 map room. I usually try to do something a little different to distinguish the builds. So my last time in Season 4, the map room and the farm building and my house, the archaeology, they were all very different in terms of just the way they were designed and the way they looked. Pow! And I was trying to think of what I could do that could be different, and so I decided we would carve something instead of building it. So when I mean carve, I mean we're going to take a big block of solid material, and instead of adding things, we're going to carve away at it at the outside, and we're going to hollow out the inside and just do it kind of by eye, I guess, to see what looks great. And we're not going to use marble. I guess we could use marble now. Andesite, diorite. Is one of those technically marble? Maybe not. We're not going to carve out, you know, a tree limb or something. I made, not here, I made, I don't know, about 3,000 plus fences. Something like that. Here's about 1920 is in this box. Chest. 1920. Let me go ahead and move them all down here. Get them out of here. So the rest are here. There's 3,000 and change. And basically what that's going to let me do is to make a solid mass of fences 15 by 15 by 15. Yes, you heard that right. 15 by 15 by 15. And then we're going to carve it with my chisel, aka my axe here. And do some kind of shape that looks cool. It's going to be, it won't be like a square blocky shape. It's going to be kind of an organic thing. I don't know if it'll look like a tree, but it'll look like something grew there, maybe. I mean, that's just the idea in my head. We'll see what happens once we actually start going. This stupid rain is so annoying. But, oh, another thing. You know what? Do I want this right up against here? Let me count the blocks. So right now we're at Z equals 120. If I go about 15 to 105, I want these to start right about here. And it doesn't really need to be 15 by 15. That was just a general number. You can see why I built this thing, by the way. Let me just do that so it's easier to sprint to. It works best. Okay, it works best if you sprint it. Maybe I should put some kind of delay there. But anyway, that's so I can get up. I suppose I could use ladders as well, but that would be a little bit more fun. What block was this? 104. 119 is here. I did chop down some of the trees to have room to do this. I may chop this one down too, actually. Let's just chop this down. And when we're done, what I'm going to do is add more trees back in. So it looks like this house is kind of nestled in these dark oak trees that you make by you make with 4 saplings in a 2x2 formation. I really like the look of these trees, and we're not permanently chopping them down. We just need room to put up our big block to carve. And then once we're done with the house, we'll put the trees back up so that we can, you know, make sure it's nestled in the landscape amongst the vegetation and whatnot. And let's go ahead, let's just get rid of this one too. 3,000 fences should be more than enough, and once I've carved it up, I should have a lot left over to do more things, like a second level or a basement or whatever. And the whole thing isn't going to be fences. This is just sort of the way we're going to start. The principal building block will be fences. Now, something I was thinking about, after I saw that Avidya Zen's house burnt down, I thought, oh crap, is this whole thing going to burn down? And I did some tests, and other people confirmed. Yes, the test confirmed. Other people confirmed. Oh, crap. Inventory full. People confirmed that fences do indeed burn, and lightning will indeed cause things to go horribly wrong with this thing. So, with that in mind, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think if it does burn, only part of it will burn, hopefully. And maybe the rain should help. I don't know. But, well, the only thing we could do is make the whole thing out of nether brick fences. And, well, I had just made 3,000 of these things. And I didn't want to waste all that. Oh, thank goodness. There goes the rain. I suppose I could just turn that sound off, but old habits die hard. Never really got in the habit of turning the rain sound down. But what we could do is when they... I could probably pick some of this up now. I guess I don't need the saplings. I got a lot of those. When the... Or if, in the eventuality that some of this burns down, what we'll do is we'll replace it with nether brick fences. And that may actually look kind of cool. Do I have any nether rack here? No. All right, we'll just worry about that later. Because one thing I was thinking about, when I was thinking about that, is that nether rack fences and wood fences do not connect. So you wouldn't get these little connections. And when we patch stuff up with the nether brick fences, that may be an interesting little detail to break up sort of the monolithic detail of this thing. Oh, hi. Get out of here. No, 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 no. No, you jerk! Alright. But anyway, I'm going to make this cube. Gah. It's fine. I'll repair the land. I'm going to make this cube. And then we shall carve it. Well, there we go. That's what 3,400 fences gets you. Approximately, no, not approximately, exactly 17 by 17 length by width, and then about 11 fences high, depending on where you start counting, because the terrain is not exactly flat. Man, that's kind of big. That's actually about the size I wanted. And looking at the other buildings in spawn, it doesn't look oversized. It looks just about right. It's just about right compared to the average that is just sort of developing here at spawn. This one's kind of smaller. This one's kind of medium. This one's kind of bigger. Nebris is, of course, the biggest, and he still has all of this to add. So he, like, Nebris will have by far the largest, but what else would you expect? Okay, so let's walk over to it. We're going to do some carving, and this isn't going to be, I'm not going to be a purist about it, so things I remove, if I don't like it, I'll add some back. And what I think I want to do, I want to have the entrance facing the lake, so this way, somewhere in there. Actually, I guess we'll keep that for now. I think I'm going to get rid of it or move it or something. That was just a temporary thing to mess around with. We'll do some fun things with slime blocks later, though. So I want the entrance going here, and I may add extra more to have like a, not like a tunnel, but just an addition to the front so that the entrance is kind of like a tunnel. And then I definitely want to round these out. But the first thing I think we should do is hollow out the first floor. Oh, I should also mention, I don't know if I did in the previous clip segment thing, if this becomes a lag monster, I will fix it. I'm still getting good frame rate. And there's a what am I trying to say? A snapshot coming soon. It's already out. We just haven't switched to it. But the performance enhancements to the game are coming, and hopefully, if this does become a problem, that change, that snapshot will help. And if not, then I'll change it so it's not laggy. There. Okay. Good. All right. So let's look at it down here. Now, looking at the hillside, we want a path leading down to the water, maybe like a little dock or something, and then a path will eventually lead out to here, to the street. Something like this. So let's, I'm just going to grab some bricks, or maybe something besides cobblestone, because we already have that. Let's grab something that an Enderman won't move. Will Endermans move hardened clay? I don't know, but I have enough to do that with. So I'm going to lay out very vaguely the kind of the path location. And basically I'm going to do this with my eye. The way you do this, you don't look at the ground too much. You look at the direction you want the path to go. And you just sort of go. And then you look at it later, and if you need to make changes, you do. Yeah, something like this. And the entrance is going to be right here. So, actually, let's do this. Oops. Boink. There. Okay. Be very careful building a structure like this. Do not fall in these holes. These are totally possible for you to fall in them. That would be no good. Okay, I'm going to fill the rest of this in. Go down a level and do it again. Get rid of the slime block thing. There's the remnants of my geyser. Or Suck It Anders geyser, I guess. The official name. Okay, we'll just make this one solid block. We don't actually need this stair step. I'll probably add some ladders or something, I don't know, to get up to the top. Once we start carving the outside. And this thing is kind of crazy to look at. I'm wondering if it's kind of giving me a headache. And if it is giving me a headache, it's probably not something I want to base a build around. It may just be my imagination, though. All right, let's go and get rid of this. And that's good enough, actually. We'll leave the rest there. We'll get rid of it later. Okay, so how's this look for a path? Yeah, it looks all right. And we can fiddle with it later. Let's get rid of these clay blocks. But just to get an idea if that's a good place to put the entrance. And I think, yeah, I had this stuff here all in one section to make more later. Okay, so the entrance will be right about here. There's a gap missing right there, but that's all right. So we'll start I'm just going to start carving it out. And we'll see what works and what doesn't. I'm just going to sort of move in towards the middle. Try not to think about it too much. Oh, you know what I should make or grab are some cobblestone slabs. Just so that if I have trouble jumping up and down, I can add those. I don't need the ladders, do I? Okay, so let's do this. So like right here, just to help me get up here, I would do that. And then I can jump up there. Good. Lovely. All right. More carving. I want it to kind of come up here. I can't really jump up there, can I? Well, then we better move that. And then carve out a space. You need to make sure you can jump up there. And then we'll just take a step back, look at it, see what it's like. Okay, let's take a step back. How's that look? Does it need to be bigger, wider, smaller, narrower? I think the entrance is the right size. Okay, good. We're going up the path. We're going into the house. It's very scenic. It's all finished. It's highly detailed. Very interesting. And then it kind of comes up like this. Okay. We'll do some of this. We'll extend the range a little bit. We'll make it so that it's a little bit more, or more gradual. Yeah, more gradual. More gradual, these changes. So at least 2 blocks per elevation change, so that we can put slabs in there later. Okay, and I'll go ahead and do. That actually doesn't do anything, does it? No, it doesn't, because we're already at 1.5 blocks. Once we get this finished, I may put some slab flooring in, just to make sure that we don't fall through the blocks once we get the size all sorted. All right, so I'm gonna work on this a little bit, and then we'll take a look at the inside. All right, did a little work. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what I did, shall we? Okay, so path is the same. Didn't really change that. I did extend my little border here to encompass the path. There's still room for like a tiny little shack there. Might be kind of cool. Like if you, I think personally, the most interesting builds come from limitations, whether they're imposed externally by the map or you just can't find whatever, you only have a certain amount of resources, or internally, whether you set a certain limitation for yourself. Size can be a limitation. This is kind of a limitation where, well, we're not just going to make fences. It's not going to be this monolithic, but I think it's an interesting, different way to tackle making a house. Anyway, okay, enough of that. Here's where we are so far. We've got kind of like a little basic path going up in here. And this is all very tentative. So some of this details here and there may change, but the basic shape of the room I like. It's kind of like a dumpling or something. Like I was going to say a Vietnamese or Chinese, any kind of Southeast Asian dumpling with like red bean inside or maybe pork. Oh my gosh, so delicious. But it's kind of that shape, which is what I was kind of going for. It looks fairly organic, and I decided to keep the fences at least 2 blocks thick, so you keep this kind of layered effect. I think this is all right for the first floor. Eventually, I will need staircases going down. Maybe there will be like a spiral thing going down on the outer edge here, something like that. Or maybe over here, I'm not sure. And we will have at least 1 level up. But now that we've done that, I want to do at least a little bit of carving this episode. We're not going to finish this episode, but I want to carve it at least a little bit. So 2 blocks wide is 2 to 3 blocks wide is how I would like the walls to be. Maybe they could be 4 or 5 blocks wide in certain sections, as long as the curve or whatever flows. So let's start messing with that. How am I gonna, I guess I'll just put down that for now so I can do this. And we'll start to carve this away, and we'll carve out the upper layer. I'm gonna go up about that high, and we'll worry about the upper layer later. I have no idea what to do with the upper layer or the lower layer. We're just kind of doing this on the fly, whatever feels right. Okay, how thick is that? That's 2. But then it sort of goes in like that and then back out. So let's just carve myself a little path here. And go in. Like that. And we'll just start to carve away. Maybe, oh, here's an idea. Here's an idea. I just had this. I was thinking originally the whole thing would be this organic shape when we're done. What if sections of it are still the sphere and sections of it are carved? And then later we'll put like a skin on the outside. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. That's how you know like you're onto something. When you get that feeling like, oh man, this is going to be so awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. I love it. All right. So let's see. We're here. So I'm just going to carve this up as I need to. If I need to go a little higher, I just will. Whatever I need to do. How thick is that? That's about 3 blocks. So let's punch this out. Kind of like that. Okay. Good. And then can I see through there? Let's go 1 block further in here. Kind of like that. Good. I can't really see how thick it is, which means it's probably pretty thick at this point. So let me just go ahead and punch this out all the way to here. Knock those out, knock this out. Okay, can we see how thick the wall is? Not really. Okay, yeah, now I can see the other side. This is about 2 blocks thick, so we need to start going in the other direction. Uh-huh. Let me say hi. Agree. Oh, dang it. Jerk. So rude, man, saying hi and then disappearing before anybody can respond. He may have like realized he needed to do something like change his character skin or something like that. So let's not judge him too hastily. Here he is. There. Now we can say hi. There's some extra E's for you, buddy. I've got a plethora of them. Whoop. Okay, whatever. Okay, so basically, I think I'm just going to carve around, like, half of the house. Or the first room or whatever. Oh, Minecraft crashed. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so he's not a meanie pants. And come around here. This could even be, like, a second pathway, because we're kind of trending upwards with this extra path. This could lead up to the roof. Maybe the staircase up to the roof isn't on the inside. Maybe it goes up on the outside like this. This could be pretty cool. Love the Death Games design. Huh. Possibly sarcasm. I don't know. Okay. Can we see? That's kind of halfway. All right, let's just let's take a look. It's important not to do too much in one step without taking a step back, looking at it from different perspectives, getting an idea of what you've actually done. Okay. Yeah, watch out for the thunder. We've had some things burned down, like Avidia Zen's house, and potentially this thing. All right, let's take a step back. Okay, we have not done enough. It doesn't look very carved. I'll be right back. Let me do some stuff off camera. All right, I think it's starting to get there. There's still a lot to do, but I think the concept is good, and the progress is good. I think this part leading up into here is pretty nice, just the flow of it, and the shape of this room is good. Sculpting all this stuff to make it look right, it's going to take time. And we're not going to spend every episode on this. We will mix it up, but I will continue working on it. I don't know if the outer thing being square and having a shell around it, I don't know if that's going to work either. Leave me your feedback on that in the comments below. Sometimes, I don't know if I'm necessarily someone who does this, but sometimes people tend to add too many ideas to a project. And so sometimes it's okay to just say, okay, it's only going to be this couple of things. We're going to carve it out of this. It's going to have this other block and like one other thing. 3 things. Don't put too many things, too many spatial ideas. It's going to have this shape and then this shape and this and that and this, especially in Minecraft where we're limited to, you know, certain blocks or whatever. So this outer thing, like leaving some of the outer cube and putting a shell around it and then having an inner thing in between it. I don't know if that'll work, but we'll try. We'll see. But it's a cool kind of start. And we'll see you next time. Let's climb up the ladder to get an overall shot of it. Up from the top of Nebrus's house. Doesn't look like much from here. This is a problem with fences. That's why we need a different block type. From a distance, it's all going to look kind of flat. The details will be lost. So anyway, that's it for this episode. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.